All right, welcome in everyone. I'm glad you're here. I'm Tammy, I'm the Siberian Wind, and I've got Cathy from My Hobby Home joining me. Guys, this is bittersweet. This is the last land that I love. How are you feeling about it,
Yes.
Cathy?
I'm with you. It's bittersweet. It has been so much fun. I've really enjoyed it. I will be happy when it is done because I've never worked. Well, I can't say I've never worked on a quilt this long because I got some UFOs back here that's older than this one. And so I can't, but I'm not actively working on them. That's probably
Yeah,
why there's still UFOs.
that
But
makes sense.
y'all will catch me oiling my machine right now. I'm thinking I had a noise yesterday and a loud noise, a loud
Ooh,
clacking.
loud noise is not good.
No, so I'm thinking what happened was maybe because I'd sewn for like an hour and a half and hadn't cleaned it out.
Ooh, that could be it.
And yeah, I still do not have a video up yet today, guys. I'm so sorry, but AT&T today is eating rotten bananas. So
Oh.
I can't I can't really say what I want to say on YouTube, but it is very disappointing. This is 2 days in a row, and the one that hopefully it'll be coming out tonight.
Ooh.
It is completely unedited
Oh boy. That's
because
good.
it would not let me export an edited video.
Oh,
It
that's not
just
good.
it kept telling me something was wrong, and I'm like, well, let me see if it'll let me do it like this. So I did it like this and it let it go, but it is still uploading and I started uploading it at 1 o'clock.
Ouch. And it is now 7 o'clock. Ugh, 6 hours. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to
Um,
say hi to everybody that's in the chat. I see Pam in
Hello.
here. Joan says it's finally down in the 70s instead of 90 plus. I hear you on that. Uh, Chlo-
Yeah.
Chloe is here. Linda is here. Well, both Lindas are here. Welcome in.
Yeah.
And Pat is here as well. Welcome in, you guys. Thank you for being here.
Hello, everyone. I'm reading the notes just to see. Y'all talking about it's cooler, man. It's 100 degrees here. I need some cool
Well,
because if it
it
don't hurry up and get cooler here, I'm going to get charges.
Hi,
Because
Susan.
it is
Welcome
so.
in.
Hey, Susan.
Oh, so yeah, no, it's 75 here, but it's going to start climbing. But it's not going to be climbing enough by this weekend. So we're just going to see what the temperatures end up being this weekend, and just go from there. I do want to let you know. Oh, it's cooler at 86. Okay, or at. Okay, we'll find out what temperature it is at Pat's in just a minute. Um, Wait, what was I going to say? Oh. Okay. Somebody in the chat do exclamation jewels, Jewels. That is going to give you guys a link, or that is going to give you the email address to contact the Jewels 307 shop here in Casper if you are looking for a kit for Yuletide Sampler that Cathy and Alicia from Quilty Bird Piecing and I will be working on starting in September. Um, she is offering kits, and those kits start at $160 for the first three purchases. After that, the price jumps up to $200. So if you were one of the first three to buy the kit from her, you are getting a $40 discount. I count that is pretty impressive. Oh, welcome in, Debbie.
Oh, hey, Debbie.
Glad you're
Yes,
here.
I'm so excited to see them finish too. Y'all
Yes,
notice I have a different quilt behind me here.
I noticed that.
This is the one that y'all will see if the video will ever upload.
uh,
I
now,
wish that my machine's a lot quieter.
did you
It
pin your
needed oil.
quilt? Did you pin your quilt, or did you pin your border?
Yes.
Okay, so you were ahead of me.
Yes.
I didn't pin.
How I do mine is I just measure both ends, and whichever one is the longest, that's what I cut my strips by for both ends. And then I fold it in half and fold it in half again, and I press it on both corners. So I have my little press marks, and
Okay.
then I do the same thing to my borders. I fold it in half, and press it. So
Ah,
then when I do that, I pin the ends and make sure they're even, and then I find all my press marks and pin at the press marks. And
okay.
then I go between those pins and put an extra pin in the center between those two, just to add a little extra,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
just to make sure my border stays even with my quilt and centered.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Pat
the queen of getting things off centered. I am.
Pat
I can do
says
it.
Pat says it's raining in the 70s. And then Susan says her fingers are slightly stained with blueberry juice. She was dyeing fabric for a demonstration at the next guild meeting. Ah, that sounds
Oh,
exciting.
wow.
I have a guild meeting presentation that I have to do in September, and I completely forgot about it, so I haven't done anything for it. So I will be doing a lot of prep work during August for that.
Well, look at y'all achievers. I'm not even in a
Yep.
guild and I can't keep up.
Well, if I don't plan out my week or my month, none of it gets done. None of it gets
Yeah.
done. That's why I'm so behind on my state fair quilt because it didn't end up in my plans. I somehow forgot to write it down and have it in my
Um,
plans. Um, so what I did for my borders is I actually measured in the center of my quilt all the way to the top and the bottom, and that's our short side on these quilts. And then I measured from the center to the left and the right for the long side of the quilts.
yeah, it's thunder in here.
Oh, is it really? Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
So we are going to hope and pray
We,
that your internet hangs on.
that I don't lose power, but if I lose power, my phone will still work. So we'll be
Hey.
good. I can
Okay.
talk to y'all, but I'll be in the dark.
That's okay. Worse
I
things
can
have
move
happened.
I can move the quilts out of the way.
Yeah,
I'll have some sunshine behind me.
worse things have happened.
Yeah.
No, I we actually had a storm last night, and it was so nice because I haven't had thunder and lightning in a long time, and all the rain sounds. Of course, it's not as good as if I'd been in a house versus an apartment where I've got people above me. I really would have liked to have been in a house last night just to hear the rain on the
Yeah.
roof. I do miss that a little bit. I don't miss it enough to move back, but I do miss that.
Let me see. I'm going to see if I can pull the quilt.
There you go. So we're gonna get
So
a
y'all be able to see if it lightens behind me.
yeah. We get to see the lightning,
It
guys.
looks like it's dark, but it's really not dark out.
Well, it'll get
Oh,
there though. Oh,
yeah, I have a kitty cat outside. Two kitty cats outside. They're not going to be happy.
oh well. I guess they
I
should
may
come
have to.
in.
I may have to run and let them in if it
Uh,
gets really bad.
yeah. Well, we will understand that. Uh, Goodness gracious, my shoe. Do any of you sew with shoes on? Do any of you sew with shoes on?
No, I got house slippers on. I got house slippers on. I don't ever sew with shoes on. And sometimes I take my house slippers off, and then I remember my doctor told me, you can't do that without shoes on. Because I've had to have her take stuff out of my feet.
Oh
And
goodness.
being a diabetic, she's like, you have got to remember to protect your feet.
Yep.
I'm like, I was raised in the country. We never wear shoes during the summer. I was always picking stickers out of my feet when I was younger. And she's like, you can't get stickers in your feet at the age you are. I'm like, well,
Oh,
I do.
this sounds interesting. Susan says she's dyed with red onion, turmeric, and beets. And the red onion dyed square is a shade of green, and the beet dyed square is a reddish brown. I would like to see
That
those.
turmeric does not come out of stuff either.
No, it doesn't.
Turmeric, if you get it, because I was just popping turmeric in my tea because it's supposed to be good for inflammation.
Uh-huh.
And I accidentally got it on my skin and it got wet. Yeah.
Oops.
My hand looked dirty for about a week and a half.
Oh my gosh. Debbie says she
And I
said
tried everything.
Debbie says she sews barefoot or with socks. Pam says no shoes, but she does wear socks. Susan same.
Susan,
Socks for her. See, I don't
see,
normally. Go ahead.
in the summertime, it's like I don't even own socks. Don't
Yeah, I
think
don't.
about putting something over my feet that covers my whole foot. That don't work for me.
No, no. And I was raised in the South, so I'm with you on that. Like even in the wintertime, I have a hard time just putting socks back on because I just don't want to wear socks. I don't want to wear anything.
Yeah.
Okay, Susan says she'll take a photo when all the squares are dyed. Perfect. Joan says she has
Woo.
shoes on from time she gets up until she goes to bed. She had foot surgery, and the doctor told her she couldn't go barefoot anymore.
Um,
Also helps when she drops the rotary cutter and it won't cut her foot. Yes. So
yes, that's a bonus.
so 9 times out of 10, I am wearing Crocs in the house. Those
And
garden
see, I can't
shoes.
wear Crocs.
Yeah, I can wear Crocs. And guys, I just put the link for Jules 307 in the chat, and I'm going to pin it to the top. So guys, if you were interested in the kit, send an email to her. Let her know you need a picture of the fabrics as well, because she will absolutely send that to you. And the first 3 to order get it for the discounted price. And that is for the kit that or the quilt that we are starting in September. Hi, Joy T. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Hi, Joy T. Guys,
So,
I'm gonna run and let my cats in real quick
oh,
because
okay.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
hearing it. I'm hearing it more.
I totally understand that. Yeah, no, so I have Crocs on my feet. I do not sew with them on, but I wear Crocs during the summer. Well, I actually wear Crocs all year in the apartment because they support my feet just enough so I'm not going completely barefoot. And I have dry skin on my feet, so it's a little bit easier to treat wearing a little bit of shoe. But I'm leaving after this live tonight to drive 2.5 hours. So I've already got my sandals on for that drive. And so I had to take my sandal off to be able to do my sewing. Oh, I cannot sew with shoes on. I hate the one thing I hate about winter is when it's that winter time when I still need to wear tennis shoes because it's still too hot to wear my boots that I can just slide on or slide off. And so when I have to wear tie shoes, it is the worst part of the year because when I go sew with other people, then I'm having to untie my shoes to put them back on. And it takes so much extra time. So, but I usually wear slip-on shoes for most everything that I do, just so that I can sit and enjoy sewing. I sew a lot. So I do have. There you are. I do have the freebie pattern for August worked out. I do not have a date for when I am hosting that, but I will get that out to you guys. I'm going to work on that tonight as to when I'm going to do that. The August freebie quilt, and that is the strip one. So if you have strips in your stash, this is a stash buster quilt. If you have strips in your stash, pull them out. Oh, Pam's got Skechers. No, the Skechers. No time required. Yeah, I need to invest in a pair of them. I have a problem with tennis shoes. If they don't fit just right, I will actually twist my ankle wearing them. So I've been wearing Brooks. That's what I've had the last couple of years is Brooks. But both the pairs of the Brooks that I've got right now are starting to wear out to the point that they need to be replaced. So I am about due for new shoes. So I will be
I have
looking at the
sisters
Skechers.
that don't have shoestrings in them.
That's what Pam was saying. The no tying required. I'm going to look at them and see. And I'm going to try them out. If I don't feel like they're secure on my feet, I will absolutely not wear them. I need to be able to be confident that they're not falling off my feet and they're not going to fall off unintentionally. Because if I feel it's a texture thing for me. If I feel, kind of like they're maybe gonna
Yeah.
fall off, I won't wear them. I will just toss them versus wearing them.
I have
But
several pair of Skechers. I have two pair of slip-ons and then one pair of arch fits, and none of them have shoestrings that you have to tie. The only problem, I
okay.
can't wear my arch fit right now because my foot swells,
Oh,
and, and one of my slip-ons, I've had them for a couple years and they're just wore out.
okay.
But my other pair of slip-ons that I got, I need a wide shoe and I can't wear them.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
it's kind of upsetting because I paid too much money for them.
Yeah, to not be able to wear them. Um,
And I'm seriously considering, because the ones that I bought about a week ago, they look like boat shoes and they're slip-ons.
okay.
And I paid about $90 for them. And that's
Yes,
too much for a pair of shoes to not wear them.
I can't do boat shoes. That style just does not. I feel like they're those kids from when I was little that have no arch support, and I have high arches.
Then you
So
probably need the arch support wide.
I'm gonna have to just try them out. Welcome in, Wendy. Glad you're here. She says she didn't want to miss the last night of the
Hey,
Land That I
Wendy.
Love quilt, right? That's
Right.
it's the most important night. Let's see. Pam says she gets her Skechers at Kohl's or TJ Maxx's. They are about $40. Um, then even the Skechers store. Oh wow. Okay. And
Yeah, I get
then
mine from the Skechers store.
Susan says the best thing about being retired, her shoes aren't getting the wear and tear that she did while working on the playground. I understand that with all of
Yes.
my heart. I used to work retail. I worked for Walgreens, and then when I worked for Bernina, I was expected to still be on my feet almost all day. Like I had a few times that I was allowed to sit, but the rest of the day, because it was the corporate store, I was expected to be standing and on my feet and walking around and going out and approaching people and all of that. And so I wore shoes slap out. I wore holes in them. I um, I had the fabric of the shoe coming apart. I had the soles literally peeling off the bottom of this shoe. I did that to my shoes when I worked retail. And now my
You know,
shoes do last longer.
I've never, I had never worn out a pair of shoes until, I mean, like literally walked the soles off the shoes
Yeah.
until I worked at a movie theater in the mall. It was when I was in college.
Yeah. Hi,
I
Brenda.
literally, who we got coming? Hey,
Brenda.
Brenda.
Yep.
I literally had to get a different pair of shoes every month because I was wearing them out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
man, and they
Yeah.
had to be black shoes. I mean, you
Yep.
couldn't just have any kind of shoe. They had to be black.
Hi, Izzy. Welcome in. She won't be chatting, but she'll be lurking. Absolutely. And welcome in, Jennifer. Glad you're here. We're having a shoe discussion while we're sewing our borders on.
Yes.
Susan says her biggest problem with buying shoes is twofold. Only one place where she is to buy shoes, and she has a shorter than normal and really wide. The pair of Skechers she has were the only pair in the store that fit her. They cost her almost $100. So
Yes.
I have a problem with buying boots. So my nemesis, my arch nemesis of shoe buying is boots. I have UGG boots that I can buy online because I think I'm on my third pair. Yeah, I'm on my third pair of Uggs. So my winter boots, I can buy those online. The Uggs I can. Everything else, I cannot I have so much trouble fitting boots at all. Hi, welcome in, Jennifer. She says she's been watching Cathy lately. Glad to see
Yeah.
you in my chat.
Hi,
And welcome
Jennifer.
in.
Hey, Raina.
Welcome in, Rayanne. Glad you're here. So yeah, we're having a shoe
Y'all are
discussion.
witnessing history in the making.
Yep. This is the finish of Land That I Love. So we're both sewing on our borders. I'm pinning my second border right now. We're both doing the short sides first, which are the side pieces. Let's see. Izzy says she can only wear flip-flops from Reef on Amazon. Yep. When I buy Crocs, because I wear Crocs around the apartment, and sometimes I take them out, and wear them outside of the apartment. But majority of the time, those are just inside. It's I will literally wear Crocs out too. I have quite literally found holes in the bottom of my shoes from wearing them out.
Hey, Jess.
Hi, Jess. Welcome in. Oh,
Jenny, you were talking about your winter boots.
uh-huh.
My winter boots are ankle water boots from Hunter.
Well, my winter boots, I've got more than just one pair of winter boots, but the ones that I wear most of the time are the Uggs, and they are not waterproof boots. So if it's wet snow or I'm going to be trudging through a lot of snow, I can't wear them. But if it is 60 degrees all day and lower, then I can wear those boots. If it is above 60 degrees, I can't wear those boots. They are just too stinking hot to wear. But they keep my feet warm and cozy, and then I don't feel like they're gonna fall off my feet. I've been wearing those since before Tom and I met, so over 9 years now. Welcome in, Tasha. Oh, thank you, Joan. She's saying don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Tasha.
And guys, while I'm at it, since we've got some new people coming into the chat, the link up at the top, if you are interested in getting a kit for Yuletide Sampler, it does not include the pattern. The pattern is sold separately. The Yuletide Sampler 2 pattern that Cathy and Alicia from Quilty Bird Piecing and I are going to be working on starting in September. If you want the kit for that, up in the pinned notice is the email to reach out to Jules 307. She is our shop that is offering the kits for us. The first 3 purchases from the shop for that kit, that you'll only pay $160 for the kit, and that is almost 18 yards of fabric, guys. It is 17 7/8 yards of fabric. Welcome in, Jamie. She says, hey y'all. She is the Quilting Compound. If I got your name wrong, correct me. Let's see. Susan says she's going to stop chatting. She needs to fix dinner, making it easy. Air fryer, chicken, and salad. I like that plan. Mine was leftover Subway. I had leftover Subway. I got it for lunch, and then I got a foot long so I'd have dinner. It's been a long time since I've done that, too. Oh. So are you already done with your second border?
Yes, I'm about to press them.
Okay. Good deal. I'm not far behind you on that. I'm not quite halfway, but I am getting there.
I'll say I don't even know where my best press is.
Ooh, my starch. My starch is behind me. I see it in the camera. I'm glad you all are here. Welcome in. This is definitely the last Land That I Love presentation. So after this, Cathy and I will both do our own thing with getting our quilts quilted. And we'll both be prepping, and we'll be meeting with Alicia on the 3rd to get everything going for Yuletide Sampler 2. So we got a lot of stuff going in the background, guys. A lot of stuff.
My August is looking like I'm going to be doing a lot of whips.
Oh, gotcha.
Lots of whips.
Well, Tasha says she is sewing and lurking, as well as Jess sewing and lurking tonight. We want you chatting, guys. That's the rule. You're here, you got to chat. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. So, do you already have a plan for how you want yours quilted?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to. I've had this design put on another quilt,
Okay.
and I think it was my stars and stripes.
Oh.
It just has stars all over it. And
Okay.
I really like that. So I think I'm gonna do that with this one. I
I.
trust my long armor, whatever she thinks will look good, I'll do.
Okay.
Because a lot of times she'll go, "Hey, I got a new one." Okay. And she's
uh,
like, "It'll look good on this." And I'm like, "Okay."
well, I'm my own long armor at the moment, so I've got to figure out what pattern I want to use
Yeah.
and figure
Well,
out if I'm
see,
going to
like
buy a pattern.
My Wild West, I told her, I said, I want something, Western, even though my fabrics weren't Western.
Uh huh.
'Cause I had the Dusty Rose
Oh
colorway.
yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, I have one with boots and cowboy hat." And I'm like, "That I do." I didn't even look at it. I didn't even know what it looked like. And
We
when I
got
picked it up, it was just the cutest thing.
we got good news in the chat. Brenda says that her daughter has landed on her way from the airport and she is so excited. I don't blame you.
Oh,
And
I
Katie
know you are,
Krause.
Brenda.
And I take it that is Ron, Surgeon General. Glad you are here,
Hey,
sir.
Brenda. Hey, Surgeon.
So,
What's the name? What's
uh,
Surgeon's name?
Surgeon General, he is Ron.
Ron.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I saw that the other night. I don't know which chat it was in. I
It
have
should have
not been
been
in a lot of,
Williams.
yeah, I have not been in a lot of chats this week because um this my second week back at work,
Yeah.
and Lord, it has worn me out. I come home and sit down and fall asleep. And I'm just so tired.
Believe me, I
And then I have to
understand that.
record.
Yep.
So I'm
I
sewing until like 10, 11 o'clock at night.
I am going to be trying to pre-sew because I'm going to be doing the clues for the mystery quilt as recorded videos. Well, I don't do a lot of recorded videos, as you all know. That is not my strongest suit. It's not that I can't do them, it's just that I find them to be a lot of work.
They are. They're a lot of
and
work.
and so but I will be doing pre-records for the mystery quilt. So that means I can do them a little early. I am going to be releasing them on the 15th of each month. So your clue that's going to have the yardage requirements as well as the shop links and the fabric colorways is all going to be
You see what
released August 15th.
Jeff posted?
Yes.
He's the wannabe quilter.
He made a patch that says quiltless sewing. And so it's not guiltless sewing, it is quiltless sewing. So we're trying to slowly convince him. He says he just tried to come up with a funny name. Quiltless sewing was my first, but changed it. Yeah, I like Surgeon General. I think that's hilarious. I love it. It's catchy, and it gives you it fits you. It fits you.
It's recognizable too.
It is. It definitely is recognizable. Oh, so anybody who won something? Oh, Cathy, you won something.
Oh, I did it.
Yeah, from the Super Chat giveaway.
Oh, yay.
So everybody who won something, Katie, you won something as well, and Susan, I believe you won something as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it. I believe you did. I believe I saw your name. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, you won something. That will all go out by Tuesday next week. So before I do the Show and Tell, which is this upcoming Tuesday, that will all be shipped. So that will be on its way to you. I just can't ship it right now just because I'm so stinking busy trying to get everything else done.
That
So
is understandable.
it's just a 2.5 hour drive tonight.
Yeah.
Just 2.5 hours.
Well, you be careful tonight driving. I mean, well, you seem to do better night driving anyway, though, don't you?
No, no, I do it better in the morning. If it's like morning
Oh,
night,
okay.
then yeah, that's fine. It can be dark, um, all the way. Like it can be dark all the way up, and I'm fine. Like I can get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and drive, as long as I've had some sleep. I don't do well when I've been up all day, but I did try to take a little bit of a nap. Would you get off my quilt, please, sir? Thank you. He walks by. He's just had water. He's just had some food, and he's been in his toy box. Now he's coming over here to grab a toy, and he steps on my quilt in the process. And he doesn't just step on it; he steps and stands. Oh, very cool. Yes. Um, and actually, Ron, let me do something real quick. Oh, hang on. I clicked the wrong place. Hang on. I'm trying to make sure I don't accidentally boot anybody. All right. Ron, you can post links in the chat now. You are now a moderator. So if you want to post a link to his channel, you absolutely can. And anybody who is in the chat, if you have a channel, if you are a content creator, you can do exclamation selfie and Nightbot will drop your channel link. So you don't have to type it in, you don't have to do anything fancy, just do exclamation selfie and Nightbot takes care of it. Ron has seen Rob Appel. I haven't seen him lately, but I have. I think I've got him on Facebook too. Because Ron Appel is doing a lot of tattoos as well, quilty related tattoos whenever possible, and it's kind of fun. Ugh. Okay, my borders are pressed.
Well, I'm measuring this one out.
Oh, I love Ron's comment. He says, so far, everyone I've seen on Tammy's lives uses Bernina. Just wait. Just wait. There's people coming that don't. I promise they do exist.
Hey, Ron, I
Yeah.
have a brother also.
Yeah.
Now it was my Bernina is a step up from that brother because hey, it is a Walmart brother, but it's still kicking.
You know what? My travel machine, Quinn, that I just bought recently, is also a brother. So we're kind of in the
The
same
only
boat with that.
the only thing when I started my channel, I just about wore it out. It was about to break.
Oh, well,
So I
yeah.
had I had to do something.
Well, Sean sewed through his brother. That's why he had to replace it recently. And Linda says that she likes Ian, the off-kilter crafter. He is so funny. He is. He is
He is.
hilarious. And he loves Tula. Oh my gosh. Do you think Ian or Rebecca might, or Tiffany, I don't know if Tiffany would want to. Do you think they want to do my mystery quilt? So,
Oh,
because I have somebody that is doing a Tula pink colorway. And I've seen the previews of the Tula pink colorway, guys. There's a lot of surprises in that. Just saying. There's a lot of surprises in the Tula pink colorway. Ron says that he has a wannabe Bernina. It's a Bernina 77. That is okay. Jamie has a Bernina and a Juki. Debbie has a Juki. I have thought about getting a Juki, but I think at this point, if I get a straight stitch, I'm going to get a Bernina 08. That is Bernina's answer to the Juki that all the quilters are getting. It is a straight stitch machine and it sews 2,000 stitches per minute. It is crazy fast. So that would be my straight stitch. That would probably be the machine I would sew a lot of everything on. I just don't have the money to get her right now. I've got other things I got to do first. I kind of hate being a responsible adult sometimes. Being an irresponsible adult would be really fun sometimes, I think. Have adult money and not have the bills. Oh,
okay. I
go ahead.
am measuring mine down here. See,
Okay.
mine measured out to 88.
Yeah, your quilt ended up a lot bigger than mine. Because these borders were 84 3/4. And that was adding the width of the other borders on there. So yeah, yours ended up all over the place. Brenda says that she had everything but a Bernina. I hear you. I did not have my first Bernina until 2010, I think. Then I got my first Bernette. I was already working for Bernina and saved up to get a Bernette. That was my first one. And then my son learned to sew on that machine. I actually have pictures of him sitting in front of that machine. Somewhere. What? My dog, as soon as I said somewhere, my puppy just turns and looks at me. So I don't know what somewhere meant, but it meant something. And he's still standing there looking at me. I wish you
Oh,
guys
he
could see
probably
him.
thinks you're saying you want to go somewhere.
Oh, we're not going anywhere just yet. We'll go in a little bit. Yeah, we're going to go bye-bye in a little bit. He understands bye-bye. Oh, now he's coming over. All right. And now we're going to
And see,
bed.
I know this isn't the right thing to do, but I take the one that I've already cut.
Oh, I did that.
I take my other piece that I have,
Yeah,
which
and layer
they're
it.
all
And,
twisted. They're all twisted right now, so I don't care. You know, as long as I can press them and flatten them and all the things.
oh, yeah. Uh, let's see. Brenda says she bought a baby lock jazz. She's only sewn on once. Pam says, "Hi, Paladin." Right? Hey, you got famous. You got famous. Thank you. I love this little neck. I love the little rolls in the neck. That gets me every time. Yeah. Let's see. Ron says he watches Rob Appel when he was man sewing. His latest video, he was a game show host. So you think you're a quilter? Oh, that's funny. I can see Rob doing that. I can totally see Rob doing that. So,
Yeah, the first time I went to Stitch in Heaven, he was there.
okay.
And of course, I was still so new, I really didn't know who he was.
Hi,
But
Regina.
the second time I went, hey Regina, I didn't know who he was the second time. I knew who he was the second time I went, but he wasn't there.
Oh, gotcha. Welcome in, Regina. Glad you're here. We are just getting our longer borders going. I'm pinning my first one on right now, and I don't pin both the top and the bottom border at the same time because I will stick myself, and I'm not in the mood to give blood today. So we are not doing that. We are only, let me get that pen out of the way, the writing pen. I don't need it. We are only doing those long borders now because we've already done the short ones.
Yes.
And so, do you know why I measure in the center and not on the edges, Cathy?
Yeah, because the edges could be stretched.
That's one thing, and it also helps prevent wavy borders. And for somebody who doesn't pin as often as everybody else, this is one of the things that I do pin. I do pin borders. I have quilted now on the long arm frame a few too many times with some pretty challenging borders. So I'm trying to avoid some more of those. And just kind of catches the rest of the quilt in the way.
Well, now once I get the borders on, what I will do is, oh, that's not going to work. What I'll do is I will trim from the inside where I sewed the border, and I will trim it down to whatever it's supposed to be. Like it's supposed to be a 4-inch border.
Yeah.
I will trim it down to 4 1/4.
Gotcha. See, I don't even bother with that.
My sewing is all over the place, and
Oh, Dre. Welcome in. Dre versus the giant purple space flamingos. Okay. At least you chose the right color. Hi, Nanny J. Welcome in. She says she can't wait to see them both
Yeah,
done. So pretty. Thank you.
I'm not looking at the chat, so I'm sorry if I'm missing y'all.
Oh, you're not missing much. Pam says doing your own long arming modifies how we add borders. At least it did for me. Yeah, it is. It has dramatically changed how I add borders because I used to be the one that I would just cut my borders, or like I would make one long piece of border, which is what I did here. I sewed all my strips together that they had me cut, and then I would have normally in the past, I would have just started sewing with that really long strip. And then when I get to the end, I would have cut it off. And then I would have, started on the next, side that I wanted to
Yeah.
sew on and just cut it off when I get to the end and
Well,
so on and so forth. And I have quilted those quilts now. And I did not like how the borders were to quilt.
that
So,
is how I did it when I first started because I didn't know better.
gotcha. Yeah.
And
I mean,
then
I didn't either.
one of the ladies at the quilt shop, she's like, "Hey, do you know how to do? This is how to square your quilt up." And she
Yeah.
told me, fold it in half and find the measurement. And then she told me how to do the fold in half and then the fold in half.
Yeah.
She taught me how to do that. She said that will square your borders up.
Gotcha.
And she told me pin on all the where you pressed it.
Yeah.
Well, I do, but I still come back like this here. That's a long space between where they're pinned. So I come back and put one in the middle between those two.
Yeah. I only let my pins be about my hand width apart when I'm doing borders. Katie Craft says she's trying to convince herself to trim her stack of blocks and she's not very convincing. Well, the retreat is not going to be until September, so you're kind of going to have to get it done before then, probably. If I'm guessing, you're probably going to have to get it done before then. So maybe that'll help convince you. I don't know. That, or you can just hang out and watch and chat. Hey, you could work on getting the #1 fan badge. Just chat. Oh, that's awesome. Ron says that Dre's got a cool looking machine. I will have to go check it out. And guys, if you've not done exclamation selfie and you want to boost your subscriber base, you can do exclamation selfie in the chat. Nightbot will drop your link so people can check you out, subscribe, like, and comment on your videos. And I do recommend, if you're going to comment, be polite, be appropriate. Be the model citizen of my community here.
Yeah.
Pam says Katie, squaring up is probably my least likely sewing task, so I get it. Yeah, y'all are not alone. I hate squaring up. If I can get away with not squaring up, I don't square up. I will swallow it in the seam allowance if I know how much that extra is going to be. If I can estimate it or guesstimate it, yeah. I frequently don't square up. Oh. Okay, so other than not squaring up, here's a question for the chat. Aside from not squaring up, what is your sewing vice or your quilting vice? What is the one thing that you know you should be doing, but you don't do it or you don't like doing it? What is your vice?
Pressing.
I
Pressing.
love pressing. I mean, I don't like it all the time.
Trimming the blocks down.
Yeah, that's the squaring up. Yeah, I don't like doing that either. Katie says she really wants to finish her under-acre wood quilt before September so she can take it back to South Dakota with her. Oh, that will be fun. So while I'm at it, guys, I'm going to do one more plug real quick for it. The link or the pinned message up at the top is so if you want to order the Yuletide Sampler Kit so that you have your fabrics pre-selected for you by a fabric expert, i.e. a quilt shop. Go up to the top. There is an email address for Jules 307. She is my shop here in town that is offering the Yuletide Sampler 2 kit. It is almost 18 yards of fabric, and the first 3 people to order, it is $160. After that, the price goes up to $200. Let's see. Regina says pressing is her favorite or her least favorite thing. It's her vice as well. Jess says she dislikes using pens. I am in that camp with you, Jess. I dislike using them. Oh, Ron, you're so funny. He says don't start quilting. He's heard it's like crack. It is addictive. It is addictive. Nanny says she dislikes piecing quilt backings with a passion. Don't know why. It's only one seam, but it's a really big seam. It's a really big seam. I will tell on myself a little bit. I had a stack of quilts, probably 12 or 14 quilts that all needed backings. And so I took an entire day and a half to piece my backings for that many quilts. Of course, now I'm sitting here, I've got that many quilts left to quilt, but I totally get the piecing that long seam. Dre says, Serger, that's his Dorothy, or that's her Dorothy. I've got a Betty Rose and a Sophia. She's searching for Blanche. Oh my gosh. Searching for the Golden Girls. Oh, Dre, you are after my heart. You're after my heart. I have seen a video going around lately that Blanche was saying she's 41 and 5'6", and everybody is getting in on it. That that's what age we are now, and we're officially Golden Girls. 108s are my jam. Yeah, 2 Janome and Husqvarna Sapphire. The 1 Janome is the 1600p, which is speedy. Oh, that's nice. It is nice to have a fast machine. Reiki that I'm sewing on is not my fast machine, but my fast machine is on my quilt frame. She's finally back from her mental health vacation because it wasn't a spa day at some point. It changed into a whole mental health vacation. But she is now back, and she is running beautifully. So I will be able to start cranking quilts back out and getting them quilted.
Were you ever able to get that sorted out, whatever was going on?
Yes. There's a little bitty board about this big, it's tiny, and it has a little lever on it, and the older 7 series, so yours won't have it, but yours has a different threader mechanism. The older 7 series that have the same threader mechanism as mine have a known issue apparently where that part wears out. It's only $16. It was not expensive to replace, but she'd never come across it before, so that's part of the reason that it took as much headache back and forth and figuring it out as it did.
Okay.
Wendy says she has a brother embroidery machine that she needs to set up. I used to have a brother embroidery machine back in the day. I've thought about buying another one so that I don't have to keep taking beauty off the frame, but I am not in the space to do that just yet. Linda says she pieces on her Bernina and she quilts on her Jazz too. Right now she's sewing rows together with the fabric she won on Alicia's channel that will give her 23 tops to sandwich and quilt. She's waiting for cooler weather. Yeah, in Florida, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for that. I mean, even here in the colder weather, the colder climate overall, if I had to quilt this like sitting at the machine and pushing it through or anything like that, it would take me a lot longer to quilt. Because they are on a quilt frame and I can just sit or stand at my quilt frame, it is so much easier to quilt them, even in the hot weather.
Yeah, I guess I'm glad I don't know what that struggle is because I don't quilt mine. I am not fortunate enough to have a long arm.
Well, the
But if
cutie,
I did, I wouldn't have the space to put it. It'd have to be in my living room, and it
well,
wouldn't survive in my living room.
well, the cutie frame also does a lot to help those of us who don't have the space. And I actually have a cutie frame I'm selling, so I've just got to get pictures of her so I can sell her. Because I don't need my cutie frame anymore. I don't just I've got the other one. I don't need the cutie frame. It's just taking up room. We don't need to hang on to her. So she shall be finding a new home. But she worked out beautifully. I got a lot of quilts quilted with her. Oh, my nose is itching.
I
Ah.
trust you. I trust you. I leave lawn gardening to people that know what they're doing. I wouldn't know what I was doing.
Hey, it's a learning experience. It's kind of like, I mean, depending on if you're doing manual or automatic, which with cutie frame, unless you buy the automation, it would be manual. So you're basically just drawing. You're just drawing
Yeah,
like drawing on your fabric. I have a 10. Tasha's asking what frame I use. I have a 10-foot Grace frame. It's one of the Bernina frames back from when Bernina sold Grace frames for Bernina machines, and it was a lovely, lovely passed down to me item. So it was fantastic. So that's my rolling frame. So I have 10 feet. I have about 107 inches with this machine on it. I have about 107 inches of quiltable space. So anything bigger than that, I cannot quilt on this frame reasonably. Nanny's with you. She says, leave it to the pros.
yep. Exactly.
uh,
Because I'm not a pro and I would just mess it up. And I know.
well, it's just because you're not used to it yet and you haven't done it yet yourself. So there's always time. Never say never.
And, and I have no interest.
There we go. There is that. There is that.
I have
Katie,
no interest in that.
Katie
I will
says,
make beautiful quilt tops and I will let them make beautiful quilt designs. So,
there you go. Um, Katie says today was bill paying day, mortgage, insurance, water, gas, electric, and her checking account is crying. I'm crying along with your checking account. My bill paying day is tomorrow. I will deal with it tomorrow, not today. Wendy says, Tammy, when you measure across the center, is that your top or bottom length of border to cut? Okay, so what I do is you can fold your quilt in half or you can lay it down across something where, like your bed or, a railing or something where you can find kind of that center spot. So when you take the whole length of your quilt, um, so like this is the center point. That's where I pinned the center point. I measured all the way down here through the center, all the way to the bottom. That is my side border height. Then when I measured this direction, I did the same thing, but I started in the middle of the side border area and measured all the way across. So that's how I got my measurements. And the reason that you do that, and the reason that long armors recommend that you do that, is as you piece your quilt and get further to the outside edges, your piecing may change, or your pieces may not have been pressed as well or lay as flat as they should. And if you just attach the border to whatever your border looks like, or if you just measure along the outside edges, you are still going to have a potential for a lot of waviness. When you measure across the center, then you are basically squaring the quilt into that center measurement across the, both directions, the top and bottom, and left and right. And so if my top is a little bit bigger at this seam, then my border is going to take it in a little bit. And so there's going to be a little bit, it's going to look like it's a little bit of puckering, but I can press that out. And when it's laid on the quilt frame, it will lay flat. And it's easier to quilt. I'll put it that way. It's not that it's impossible to quilt something with wavy borders, but it is much easier to quilt it when they are not wavy borders. And it's easier to fix it now than to get it on the frame and then find out that you have a problem. So yeah, it's a challenge. Um, Tasha says that that's a great size. Oh yes, with my frame, yes, absolutely. Linda says she's got the cutie frame and Grace stitch regulator. Her son bought her a PVC frame with top handles that attach to the cutie carriage. See, so the new cuties that they are selling, that Grace Company is selling, have those top handles. The frame that I have, I got from someone who jury rigged it, or they modified it. If you're not familiar with the word jury rig, they modified it to have those top handles. So I have the bottom handles that can go home with it, but there's no necessarily real need unless you take the top handles off. There's no need for you to use the bottom handles. I don't know that they were thinking when they put those bottom handles on, because if you don't want to roll the front of your quilt up, you can't reach those bottom handles. Welcome in, it's Kennedy. She says hello, Alabama, and Cathy and everyone.
Kennedy.
Glad you're here. Glad you made it. I am actually pinning my last border.
I am about to be.
All right. Well,
getting my creases marked. You see, Tammy cares if hers is wavy. I don't. But no, really, I was told, I'm telling you, my quilt shop, they tell me this will help you so much. Yeah, I can only imagine. Mine looked awful. Because when I first started making quilts, it was like, why do I have to cut them a certain size? Just sew them until it's done.
Yeah,
and that's what I did. I sewed until I didn't need any more.
Yeah, I mean that's how I put borders on for the longest. Joan is asking, does anyone want a white frame? She has one that's for sale if anyone is interested. Can't use her machine with it. Joan, if you want to send me an email about it. And then guys, if you are interested in a white frame, purchasing from Joan, you can send me an email, and I will get you in contact with Joan so you guys can discuss that. So I do not mind helping with stuff like that. I do not mind at all. And the lady that gave me the Grace frame, I am giving her a Bernina stitch regulator in exchange, and I haven't shipped it yet, but it will be getting shipped along with Judy's bag this Monday or Tuesday. So I will be shipping stuff. Oh, it should have been cutie frame. Oh, she has a cutie frame that she's not using. She can't use it with her machine. Okay. So Joan also has a cutie frame as well. So we have a couple of cutie frames available for sale.
I would like to learn how to long arm just for the quick sake of it.
Yeah.
But you know,
it takes a little bit of brain power to swap gears and swap to quilting from everything else.
I still don't know how to use everything on my sewing machine.
Oh, that's okay.
I can quilt on this machine. Mm-hmm. It's got quilting designs on it.
Yeah.
But I do good to know how to sew on it. It's got a lot of things that, you know, I'm just not used to. Now, before I did have a brother, it was a 3-in-1. It sewed, well, no, it was a 2-in-1. It sewed and embroidered.
Uh-huh.
And for me, I mean, that's what I grew up using was a brother. So that was easy for me to learn. But this, my goodness, I don't dare go into any of the folders on it.
Oh, you
because I've used a few of them making quilts, just testing things out on it. Uh-huh. But like overall, no. I just need a sewing machine that sews. Really, that's all I need.
That. As Kennedy says, congratulations, ladies, on the completion of your amazing quilt projects. Thank you. Thank you,
Kennedy.
and I'm not yet halfway done sewing that border. I'm
You're
on
about
that.
halfway done doing that border?
I'm not quite halfway done, and this is that
Oh,
last
I'm
border.
just starting on my last border. On my last border.
Yay!
Oh, you
Thank
just
you,
got a
Susan.
tip.
Yes, thank you. And that will also enter you for the next Sew and Tell giveaway. The next Sew and Tell giveaway, I am projecting that will be in October. With that being said, the bias tape maker, the bias tape machine from Simplicity, as well as the winding tool, the winding thing for it, will be a giveaway item at Sew and Chat, or Sew and or the next Super Chat giveaway. So, yes. So, you now have a ticket for the Super Chat giveaway.
Tammy,
So,
you'll have to see what my Thursdays starting next month are going to be.
oh.
It's a. I'm not going to say what it is because that gives away the funness of it.
Yeah.
But let's just say a recipe and sewing will be involved.
Ooh.
So,
Is it a recipe for a sewing project? I'm gonna have to be
I
glued to my.
cannot sew. I
I.
cannot sew. But it'll be
You
on
can't sew.
Thursday.
I love it. Let's see. Oh, thank you. I didn't see the shout out, but thank you. I appreciate that. Jamie says that she did a short video on the Simplicity Bias Tape Maker and gave me a shout out in her video. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. Yep, so I demonstrated the bias tape maker on one of my videos when I was doing binding, when I did the binding tutorial that I did recently. It was on a Sunday night, I believe. And, oh, welcome in, Mona. Glad you're here.
Hey, Mom.
But I did the tutorial on binding and showed my Simplicity Bias Tape Maker, not realizing that it was so dang expensive now. I had no idea. It's written on the screen. Oh, fantastic, Jamie.
I remember when those things came out and I saw it in Joann's and they were like less than $10.
Yeah, they were not cheap. They were not expensive then. I think mine was less than $50 when I got mine. I think it was like $40 before discounts or whatever.
Yeah,
yours was crazy good.
Yours is a little more complex than the ones when they first came.
Yeah. Everybody's saying hi. Oh, Jamie says she'd never heard of it. Yeah, that thing is absolutely amazing. And especially for the way that I quilt, where I have lots of binding to make at the same time because I batch sew everything. So I have quilt tops, and then when I'm ready to get them on the long arm, I start doing backings all at the same time because I've already got a stack of quilt tops going that will need backings. So I have not picked backings for them yet. And then I do quilting in batches, and then I will do binding in batches. Just like I sew in batches. I chain piece as much as I can.
The only thing I do in batches is dust and UFOs. That's it.
I need you to come do my UFOs for me in batches. I need you to come do my UFOs in batches, please.
Well, no, what I mean is I collect them in batches.
Oh, gotcha.
They don't get done.
Okay, we got clarification.
They will be next month, though, y'all. Starting tomorrow. Ooh. If that video ever uploads today, it should have been out at 5 o'clock. I hope it is, because it's been, 6 hours uploading now?
Oh, 7 now, because we've been live an hour. I was already at 6.
AT&T has just been awful here. I mean, I'm surprised. Well, I'm running on my Starlink.
Okay.
I'm not running on my cell data.
Gotcha. I I was really impressed that I was gifted the bias tape maker and the winding tool to be able to give away. So that was awesome. So we have a big thank you to my donor for that. Very big thank you. Let's
What was
see.
that?
My bias tape maker for the super chat
Oh,
giveaway. Yep. Welcome in, Rita. Glad you're here. She says, blame it on Katie. She kept me. Nope, I'm not going to blame it on anybody but you.
hey, Rita.
You
How
made the
are you
choice.
doing?
You made the choice to
I
be
missed
late.
watching y'all. I haven't got to watch y'all this week.
I
Or
haven't
probably
watched
the
any.
past 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh. Jamie says some of her videos take over 8 hours to upload.
Oh my goodness. I'm used to my videos taking about 2 hours to upload. It has been insane here.
That's crazy.
And see, I think the upload is not necessarily my data because like I'm at home
Yeah.
and the upload is really bad. I think it's YouTube. I think it has something to do with YouTube.
Well, it could be partial YouTube and it could be partial video. I know that, like when I do a short, sometimes it uploads immediately and sometimes it doesn't. Welcome in, Katie. Glad you're here.
Hey Katie, how are
You
you doing?
you have brought a whole bunch of people. A whole bunch of people, guys. If you have not hit that thumbs up, please do so. I would appreciate it. Oh, you're okay, Katie. She says sorry about her live running into mine. She lost track of time. I
That is
understand.
so easy to do,
It
Katie.
is. It
It's
is.
correct.
Yeah, it's crazy easy. Um, I. The only thing is, I can't hang out late tonight. So, like, as soon as we are done, I have to go because I have a 2.5 hour drive. I will be presenting a Quilt of Valor to a deserving veteran tomorrow, and I am going to go stay hanging out in the same city, so I don't have a 2.5 hour drive to get there in like to be there in the morning. I don't want to try to figure out what time I'd have to leave by in the morning and hope that I leave in time. So it's safer for me to travel tonight to be there. Let's see. I have. Katie is asking if I have lost weight. I have, Katie. Um, the shorts I am wearing, I bought last summer, and I bought them because I needed shorts. Oh no, you're not. It's not a rude question at all. Um, so when I got sick in April, it was my gallbladder, and so I had my gallbladder removed. And one of the things that the welcome in, Amy, glad you're here. One of the things that
Hey,
the
ma'am,
doc,
how are you doing?
yep, one of the things that the doctor told me was that I might have some stomach upset because your gallbladder helps you process the fat that you eat, the fat content of your food, and I decided I wasn't up for the fighting the fat content problem initially because I I have enough other medical issues that having my body rebel against me is not in my best interest. Susan says she found the weight that I lost. And Amy is asking, she's saying she's good, and she's asking how you are, Cathy.
I am doing great. I am doing great. Uh, Tammy, one thing you
Yep.
cannot do though, I don't know, this is me. Like after I had my gallbladder taken out, I can eat meat. I can eat fatty foods. Don't bother me. I
Okay.
cannot eat meat cooked on charcoal.
Um,
Oh no.
I don't think that that's going to bother me as much. I've had I had gastric sleeve surgery back in 2016, and my diet changed from just whatever everybody ate or just snacking. I mean, I could sit in front of the TV, guys, and I could binge watch TV shows, and I would go through a bag of chips, like a family size bag of chips, in a day or two. Like I could
Mine are
eat.
popcorn.
Yeah, I eat popcorn too. Like I would snack constantly. So, one of the things that I learned, because I did go through the education process when I had gastric sleeve surgery, and they focus on that you need to get your protein in first because you're going to have mineral deficiencies, and the protein is the hardest thing to replace if you don't put it in first. Everything else you can potentially take a vitamin for, but you do need to get your protein in first. So my diet changed and I focus on protein before anything else. So the change after gallbladder surgery is that I go back to focusing on the protein like I should be, and I stop eating some of the junk I was eating. And I've also cut out Dr. Pepper. So I have lost, I think we're talking about 40 pounds right now since
Oh,
April.
that's great.
So since March to now, I've lost about 40. My weight
Yeah.
loss has slowed, which is expected, but I'm not looking to gain it back. So I'm looking to just maintain, possibly lose a little bit more, um, because I'm still not at what the doctors would like me at weight wise, but I'm not in a hurry to lose it, so I'm gonna let it go as I
Well,
can.
I will just say you didn't look like you needed to lose weight to me,
Mm-mm.
but for your health, if that's what's causing your problems, then that's absolutely wonderful.
Well, the problem is, my weight wasn't causing any of my problems. Welcome in, Zaza. Glad you're here.
Hey,
Um,
Zaza.
so my weight before I had the um, gastric sleeve surgery, I was on a track to have high blood pressure and develop diabetes. So I really did have some physical issues then that prompted me to have that surgery. I have not returned to needing that. Like, I've not returned to being in danger of any of that
Yeah.
since that surgery in 2016. But with having my gallbladder out, I have gained back some of my weight that I had lost. And it's just because I was getting careless with my food. And it's really easy to do when your spouse or
Yeah.
significant other is eating things that look good or taste good.
Yeah.
And
They
especially
don't
because,
have food issues.
no, well, Mr. Siberian Wind was fixing all of my food for me. So, like, if I was hungry, or if he was hungry and wanting to snack, he was offering me to be hungry and snack. And I wasn't turning him down. So it's more
It's
about
hard to turn down good food. I'm
it is
telling you.
it is hard. But now I've got a few snacks that I eat that he doesn't eat. Um, and but he is actually, since my gallbladder surgery, he has been on the ball about keeping his weight in check as well, which he really kind of needed to start doing, because he started to have some medical issues that he needs to watch for.
Well,
And
and the older we get, our bodies change too.
oh, they
So,
do. And especially after your 40s, you really do start to, your hormones change. Even guys, not just girls, guys and girls, both, your hormones change, and your weight will start gaining because your body isn't processing food the way you're used to it processing food. And
right.
we're all used to eating a certain way, and it's hard to make that adjustment and make that change. So I took that surgery, and the like 4 days that I couldn't drink Dr. Pepper because I couldn't keep anything down. I couldn't even keep
Yeah.
saltines down.
Oh,
I took those 4 days of not having Dr. Pepper to get myself off. And I have not
yeah.
had I've had half of a diet Mountain Dew. That's the only caffeine I have had since April. So that is, I'm not on any kind of
Oh.
caffeine, which is also
And them things
crazy.
have 3 times the caffeine of most sodas. Did you know that some countries actually have banned Mountain Dew?
I'm not surprised.
I was like, how can you ban Mountain Dew? But I mean, once you see the problem, I mean, it makes sense, but really, that's a good drink.
Yeah, Rita says she was not trying to lose weight. It just happened, still happening, and not a good thing. No, when your weight's changing and it shouldn't be, that is not a good thing. Katie says
No, it's not.
and Katie says it's very easy to join in the snacking when your other half offers it. She's been working a little harder to get out of that snacking all the time thing. It is so incredibly hard. And especially when your significant other is in a job or position where they don't eat a lot when they're working. And then when they get home, they are making up for all the food they didn't eat for so
They're
long.
ravenous.
They are ravenous, and then you get the brunt of it. So like when Mr. Siberian Wind is out calling baseball, he doesn't eat very much. He really doesn't. He should be eating more, but he doesn't.
And it's even worse when your spouse has a sweet tooth and
he does.
he brings cookies, and I'm not a big sweet person though.
I'm not
I'm
either.
more of a savory. I like food with flavor. I'm not a chocolate person. I don't like chocolate unless it's cake.
Neither me.
And that's the only way that I really like chocolate. And that's really the only way I like sweets, like cake.
Yeah, I don't even like cake. I despise cake. Pam
So I
says
don't like cake unless it's like a triple layer cake, triple chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I am ready. All right.
Let me see if I can.
Oh, welcome in, Linda. She says she's crocheting while listening to you, ladies. Thank you.
Uh-oh. My stuff is not updating.
Oops.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
I can't scoot back anymore. I got a bucket behind me. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, right. You can see this.
So, the border just makes this quilt so much better.
It does.
Because, I mean, we've been looking at this as we've been putting it together for all these weeks. And now seeing this border on it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It is absolutely gorgeous because it just frames it.
Well, it pops that blue out.
It does. So much. Well, it also ends that red. It also ends the red strips so beautifully. Hey, Candace, welcome in. Rain was saying drum roll, right? And
hey,
Katie
Candace.
Says that those are beautiful. And then Nene says they're beautiful. Thank you. Oh, that makes sense, Katie. She says because her husband eats all the different times at the ship because they eat all at the same time on the ships, that he comes home and tries to eat all the same times at home too.
Yeah.
So we started these November of last year, guys.
Yes.
November of 2024. And here it is, the end of July 2025. And both of our quilt tops are done.
It'll probably be November of 2025 before I have mine bound, okay?
It'll probably be then for mine too because I have to get so many other projects quilted. So I don't know what backing I'm going to use on mine yet. So I've got to figure out my backing. I do have my binding.
I am taking mine tomorrow, and I'm probably going to get like a white gray grunge.
Okay.
Because
that makes sense.
I'm thinking, even if I do this as a bed cover, which I'm probably not, because the flag just wouldn't lay right, you know?
Yeah.
I want it to lay right.
Oh, while I'm able to stand up, guys, because since Rita was commenting on it, and I said something about these shorts, I literally do not have to unbutton them to get them on or off anymore. So these shorts are retired after this season. I just wear them when I don't want to wear the other shorts that I've got. Nanny says y'all will be ready for July 4th next year. Yes, the 250th birthday. Exactly. So let me go over a couple of things while we're hanging out real quick before we say good night. And oh my gosh, like almost 50 people in the chat, guys. Almost 50 people here.
Yes.
That is just absolutely crazy. Okay, so you know what? Let me grab it. Where did I put it? I know it's not far. There it is. Okay. So after August 3rd, after August 3rd, when Cathy and Alicia and I have our meeting, oh yeah, thank you, Pam. Thumbs up, absolutely. After Cathy and Alicia and I have our meeting and we do all of our discussions, get everything done, get our scheduling done. Welcome in, Terry. Welcome in. Glad you're here.
Hey,
We
Terry.
The three of us will be starting Yuletide Sampler 2. This is what it looks like. This is the pattern for it. Now, you can use your own fabrics if you like. You are more than welcome to. You will need to buy the pattern. You can get it at Barn Chick Quilts. You can get the pattern and the Tri-Rec ruler set. Cathy has the rulers. I do not. Alicia also has the rulers. I'm the only holdout that won't have it. Welcome in, Carolyn. First time in my chat. Welcome. Glad to see you. There we go. There's Cathy with the Tri-Rec rulers. They are companion to this kit, this pattern. So you can get the pattern and it's about $36. I don't remember what the rulers are, but you can get those if you want to join us with this. This quilt is going to be 80 inches by 92 inches. So we're talking 80 inches wide, 92 inches tall, and we are going to do it as a 12-month sampler. So we're not going to come on just once a month, but we're still discussing all the details. But there's more than one of a lot of these things in here. So, we're not going to just do just one and be done. We'll come back and we'll finish the rest of it each month. So each month will be a different section. The pattern does come with pattern sheets. I can't show you them because they have measurements on them. But like this is block 1 is, I think, 3 pages. Yeah, block 1 is 3 pages. It tells you what materials you need, what your cutting instructions are, and then it will tell you how to measure it and what your finished size is going to be, because they're not all the same size. So if you're looking
Yeah,
here,
it's great having the pattern just for that month, because say you can't find all the fabric you want. Well, each month you can go buy your fabrics for those blocks, or say you get a certain type of fabric and you're not real crazy about it, you can go get different fabrics. And the pinned comment, is that the pinned comment? Is
it sure
this?
is.
Yes,
It
the
sure
pinned
is.
comment is the fabric bundle. It's how many? About 7.
It's seven.
How many?
It's almost 18 yards. It's 17
Yeah,
and 7/8 yards. Which, if you get the pattern, that is exactly what all 16 different fabrics are on here.
yeah.
So the first 3 purchasers of the kit can get it for $116. If you are not one of the first 3 to purchase it, the price goes up to $200. So once those first 3 are gone, the price does go up. That's just because it's a small shop, and that's the way we're going to have to do it. So the Yuletide Sampler 2, if you want a kit, contact Jules307. It's Jules307 at yahoo.com is the email address. She is providing my kit for here. Her name is Julie. She is a fantastic quilt shop owner. So she is providing the kit for Yuletide Sampler 2. So that is coming
You
up
will need to
in.
buy the pattern. You will need to buy the pattern separately.
Correct. Yeah, you have to buy
Yeah,
the
the
pattern
pattern to put
separately.
on it.
So if you want to do it from your stash, you can do it from your stash. If you don't, then it is what it is. So if you were to buy the pattern, like $36 from Barn Chick Quilts or wherever you find it, because you can find it in other locations as well. Barn Chick Quilts is where Cathy was able to find the pattern and
Both of
the
them.
rulers together.
Yeah.
But you will need the pattern if you are going to sew it along with us. We cannot give you measurements. So we will be very cautious. We will not be giving you measurements. We're just going to show you what we've put together, what fabrics we picked, that kind of thing. With that being said, this starts in September. In August, you will be getting information about this with all of our dates and all of our lives and how we're going to do everything, where you're going to find us, when you're going to find us, all of those kind of details. You'll get them next month. I mean, next month starts tomorrow, but you get them in August.
Yeah.
All
Probably next week they'll
yeah,
get it because
I'm
we're
thinking
coming
next week.
together Sunday, isn't it? We're coming together
Yeah,
Sunday.
yeah, Sunday. Absolutely, Susan. Have a good evening. So the one other detail that I want to tell
All
you
right,
guys about,
Susan.
the one other detail I want to tell you guys about, if you've not heard me talk about the mystery quilt is going to have all the details that you need to purchase your kits or to get your own fabrics pulled out. You'll get that on August 15th. So the release date for the information for this year's mystery quilt, I am planning to do it as an annual thing. That is going to be this upcoming August 15th. And that quilt will start October 15th. So you will have 2 months from the time I release the information to when the mystery quilt starts. There will be 4 shops issuing out kits for that. If you want to get it from someone who's already seen the quilt top and knows what it's going to look like and is choosing their fabrics with that in mind, you can get those as well. And I will have that information for you also on August 15th. So all of that will come out to you August 15th. And I do have a freebie quilt that will be coming out here in August as well. I do not have a date for it. It is based off of strips in your stash. So you do not necessarily have to buy anything. Just make sure you've got a neutral that goes with all of your strips, like a black or a white or a cream or whatever you like, whatever your fabric choice you like is going to be, and then pull out your strips. It doesn't matter how wide they are, it doesn't matter how long they are. We are going to work through them, and I'll show you what we're going to do in August. So keep an eye out for my channel. I will start posting schedules when I can. Welcome in, Charlotte. You are going to have a lot of replay to watch. Glad you're here. So what all do you have coming up on your channel, Cathy?
Well, in August, I will be doing a lot of whips.
Okay.
I'm still on my no buy. I'm trying to be on my no buy, but I kind of messed that up.
Oops.
But it's things I need. It's things I need.
Okay.
So, I mean, they will definitely be used. It's not like a fabric that's going to sit on the shelf for a year.
Yeah.
Um, it's definitely stuff that I will use and use up probably quickly.
Okay.
But I will be doing a lot of whips. I will be pulling out my project boxes. A lot of people said, I put it out there. I was like, I have a question. Help me with my dilemma. And a lot of people, some people said, do a random drawing for projects, like number your boxes and do random drawings. I don't think I'm going to do that. I have some that I want done before others. So I'm going to pull them up to the top and I'm going to work it until I get it done, like once a week. And next month, I will be doing one day a week that I'll probably do a cooking because
Ooh.
I'm delving into recipes right now and they're healthy. They're healthy.
That's
They're
good.
they're not sweet. They're either carnivore or ketovore. No sugar, and if it is sugar, it's like sugar from milk or
Okay.
dairy products. So it's not like processed sugar. It's so I'm digging into some of these recipes, and I'm going to tell you one I've already dug into, and I may not ever record it, but yeah, flanking ribs with two step by Steel
Ooh.
Cracker.
All
Oh
right.
my lord. My husband even loves it.
Which says a lot.
425 for 425 degrees for I think 30 minutes. Oh my goodness. I'm literally going to Sam's tomorrow to buy some more.
Ooh, that sounds
They
good.
are that good. And they're good as a snack too. They're great as a
Ooh.
snack. So probably one day a week I will do a cooking. And I've even put out there if somebody wants to see something small, just put it in the comment, let me know. I can do 2 videos in a day. I mean, I
Okay.
have to eat every day, so I'm gonna be cooking anyway. So
Sounds like a
But
plan.
yeah, so if it's like small projects or something, I did have something come across my Facebook group, like small stocking gifts. So
Ooh,
I'm going to be
perfect.
pulling up some, yeah, some, and some may not be quilting. So there's all going to be crafting, but may not be quilting. So
Perfect.
keep
Perfect.
your eyes open for all the goodies.
Well,
Christmas has begun for me.
oh,
July is it. I've already started watching Christmas movies.
well,
Go figure.
well, Sean just got here too. Welcome in.
Thanks, Dawn.
And we're about to say good night. So,
Yeah.
guys, thank you so very much for being here. If you did miss the majority of the show, if you want to go back and do the replay, please do that. If you've not hit that thumbs up, please do that as well. YouTube really does pay attention to that. If you want to, if you're watching on the replay, leave me a comment. Let me know you're watching the replay. I really do pay attention to every single comment and I try to respond to every last one. If you've not checked out
And
Cathy's channel, her link is
yes,
down here below the video. Please click that link. Go hang out at her channel too. Watch some of her videos. Leave appropriate comments. Definitely give her some likes. But we will be back, and we will have Alicia with
yes.
us when we come back in
And one more
September.
thing.
Yeah. Oh, yes,
One more
please.
thing.
Please.
Um, we are appreciating everybody coming tonight, but I want to tell everyone thank you so much for joining us every Thursday night since November of last year. It has been a blast, and I cannot wait until September. I'm so excited because we'll have one more person thrown into the mix, and it'll be so much more fun too.
I think we're going to have a blast. I think we're
Oh yeah,
absolutely going to
yeah.
have and just an absolute blast doing the live with all three of us.
Oh yeah.
All three Southern born, so you guys are getting the Midwest transfer, and all three of us are Southern born. So yeah, we're gonna have a blast being together and working on this. And that is going to be a year-long project as well. So we will have all the details for that for you within a week.
Thank you,
And then,
Charlotte.
and yeah, absolutely. And then remember, you'll see a lot of announcements on my channel during the month of August. Please pay attention to them because it might be something you want to join in on. And I would love to have you along.
Yeah.
So we will see you guys later when we come back in September with Alicia. But this is the end of Land That I Love. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all the likes, all the comments, all the replay time. Thank you to every last one of you. You are what makes our worlds go round, because without you, we wouldn't need to be doing any of this and we wouldn't enjoy
Yeah.
doing any of this. So thank
And
you.
so fun.
Yes,
So much fun.
it is so much fun. Absolutely. So y'all have a great evening. Go pet some fabric before you call it a night. And if you still have to work tomorrow, have fun.